All right. So I just want to talk to you briefly about your body paragraphs. So when you're writing an essay, particularly the kind that we're getting ready to do, your body paragraphs are so important. That's really where the meat of the essay is. And, in an argument essay, it's where you're really going to argue and prove what you're saying, okay? Also, these body paragraphs follow that TRIZ formula that we talked about earlier. So, we can write single paragraphs using that TRIZ formula if we're just responding to literature, but they also, when we're writing an essay, we use that same formula in our body paragraphs. So let's just look at it again. I like to think too of body paragraphs being like a little hamburger, right? So you've got your topic sentence and your reason. So this would be like your, if you believe that energy drinks, for instance, going back to that essay, if you believe that energy drinks should be banned, then that would be, your first reason why, okay? And your topic sentence and your first reason why. If the first reason is because they are toxic and poison, then that's what you put here, right? And then your bottom bun is always your closing sentence, bringing that everything back together. All right, and then in the middle, that's where the argument happens. This is where you have the E in TRIZ. You pull your evidence from the text, so you've got that evidence-based argument, and then this other E is your elaboration, your explanation, your analysis. That's where you really elaborate on that text. Remember, we're not just saying anymore, this evidence proves that energy drinks are toxic. We have to pop the kernel and really elaborate on that. So those two E's are very important. They're the meat in the middle, and then you've got your top bun and your bottom bun, okay? TRIZ formula. So going on, we're going to do kind of like what we did with our essay scavenger hunt. We are going to color code some things. So our topic and our closing sentence, our top and bottom bun, we're going to put in white. All right, and then your reasoning, that would be your point, like your separate reasons. So if you have, like I said before, one of your reasons is that they're toxic. Okay, remember in that essay, another reason was that they cost too much money. All right, you're going to look for the reasoning, the topic sentence, not the topic sentence, but the reasoning, which sometimes is combined with topic sentence. You're going to look for the reason, and so this supports the topic sentence. That's why sometimes I say it's part of the topic sentence. You're going to look for that reasoning and put it in green, okay? Evidence, blue, and then the elaboration is going to be pink. So you have this on your own notes if you'll pull it up, and it's on the next slide here. I've got answers, so I want you to go ahead and take a moment to color code it. I'm going to pause and wait. All right, so this little body paragraph, right, that should be part of a bigger essay, is all about homeschooling, okay? And so if we look here in white, here's our topic sentence. One of the most important reasons why homeschooling is superior to traditional schooling is because of the family benefits, okay? And then we've got the reasoning. Again, we could combine these two with the chaotic schedules of multiple children attending school and participating in various after-school activities. Family dinners are going by the wayside. So we've got specific to family and that family dinners are going by the wayside. Here's some reasoning. All right, now we've got some text evidence here, right? Notice this time I have a direct quote, okay? And the next sentence is actually a paraphrased piece of text evidence, okay? And look at this elaboration. If having dinner together as a family can make that much of a difference in a child's development and familial relations, imagine the possible results that can occur. Okay? Got some more reasoning here. All right. Could almost make this a separate paragraph. Along similar lines, it's widely recognized that it's a widely recognized problem that children who attend public school and private schools are gone all day, only to come home and spend their schoolwork at the table. And guess what that does? That takes away from family, okay? All right. We have some more text evidence here. Okay, so what you're seeing here is elaboration, some more reasoning with some more elaboration. Now this is a very meaty body paragraph, okay? This is super meaty. I would be happy just to see you do this and this, and then you're closing. But if you're more advanced, you want to push yourself, then you text evidence, okay? Elaboration, more reasoning, text evidence, and elaboration. Okay, all right, and then of course our closing sentence here. Gonna leave that for a minute, make sure you got that all correct and highlighted. Okay, couple of things to remember. Make sure you truly analyze your text evidence. That's where the elaboration happens. Always relate it back to the topic, sentence, and claim. Remember that you're arguing, but you have to do so professionally. Okay, and again, this is kind of new for some of you, but you can use a combination of paraphrased, directly quoted, and summarized research. That means text evidence. Okay, gonna do the research for you and give it to you, but you can paraphrase or directly quote or even summarize as long as you're giving the author credit. Okay, counter argument and rebuttal. Sometimes this is, I call it, we call it the counterclaim paragraph, but it's also often called the concession paragraph. And so remember, when you have an argument, you have to have this paragraph, okay? So you have to acknowledge the argument that would be against you. So you present it, and here are some things you can do. You can just say, hey, it's a valid point that, maybe government is too involved in our lives and they should not be making laws about banning energy drinks, okay? And then you have to rebut it, okay? Others might say, and that's a valid point, however, or but, then you bring it back to your point, okay? But teenagers are different, right? We have all kinds of laws that protect them from things like tobacco and firearms, right? So that rebuttal is like, I get your point, but. I see what you're saying, but. And the rebuttal is bringing it back to your point, okay? All right, so we've got that again, little color coding thing going on here. This is a little bit different. Pink is going to be your counter argument. Blue is your concession. That is your acknowledgement of the opposing view. Green is rebuttal, and white's going to be the closing sentence. Okay. All right. Going back to the idea of homeschooling, people who might be against it. Here's the counter argument. Individuals who disagree with homeschooling argue that one of its major disadvantages is that it does not allow for proper social development. Okay. All right. Look at this. While these are certainly valid concerns, while these are certainly valid concerns, people who make these claims are not fully informed. Okay, that is the concession. That is acknowledging, more acknowledgement here. So this is the counter argument. This is you acknowledging the counter argument. And then this is rebuttal. Okay, over the past 3 decades, studies have shown, all right, and not only is this rebuttal, but it is based in text evidence. So you can pull text evidence to support your rebuttal. Again, that text evidence supports your side. Never pull text evidence to support the other side, right? So this supports their side. What's more, researchers report that homeschooled children were involved in 5.2 activities each week, okay? And again, I would be happy if you could do boom, 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 and then your closing sentence. But look what I've done here. I have even elaborated more. Here is another acknowledgement of the concession, which you can do if you are advanced, and a little more rebuttal. So I've got, I get you, but here's my side. I get you, but here's my side. Okay. And again, you don't necessarily have to do that. Just what is the opposite side? I get you. Here's my side, and close. So I've got like an extra bit of elaboration here that you don't necessarily have to do. All right. Concession paragraphs, counterclaim paragraphs, counter argument paragraphs. Here are some tips. Spend more time on the rebuttal than the counter argument, right? Always. The rebuttal, that's your side. That's where you Say, I get you, but, and you even pull in some text evidence to support what you're saying. Go back to your point. Cite evidence to strengthen your argument. Don't repeat any of the same points you've already made. Really got to get out of the cycle of just repeating the same thing over and over again. I see that quite a bit in student essays. Like, we want to say different things. This paragraph should be the strongest, okay? Because this is what really makes an argument piece a true argument. So, of course, it's always positioned right before the conclusion. The most memorable argument wins this spot, basically. Like, that's why we've got it right before the conclusion. Use keywords and phrases to indicate when you're switching between your counter argument and rebuttal. And of course, always be respectful of the counter argument and your opposition. Again, this is not an opinion-based thing. This is an academic argument. And so you're going to be professional and very academic in what you write on your paper. Okay. All right. So let's just talk about the body paragraphs in an essay in general. Body paragraphs, your trees paragraphs. Okay. The least amount you would ever include in an essay would be 2. For this piece that we're getting ready to write, this argument piece, you must have 3, all right? 2 to support your claim and 1 counter argument, all right? No fewer than 2, okay? Make sure your reasons and evidence in those 2 body paragraphs that support your claim don't overlap, okay? And you don't want to parrot and say that, again, the same things over and over again. Okay, parroting is just repeating the same things over and over again. You're not a pirate. Stop parroting. Okay, transitional sentences and transitional words really help you move from one sentence and one idea to the next and one paragraph to the next. Be formal, be persuasive, be respectful, be passionate, make it interesting. If you don't care, no one else will either. All right, any questions? Okay. Okay, want to add to the body paragraph discussion that we were just having. Now, this is not on your guided notes, so what I want you to do is make a copy or insert a new slide. And I want you to take some quick notes. We're not going to spend a ton of time here, and my hope is that this is not too overwhelming. But I want you to take some quick notes on ways to elaborate because, again, we want to avoid parroting and we want to make sure that we're not just saying, this evidence proves that energy drinks are poison. We really want to stretch our thinking. And so I have 10 little strategies here that I think are helpful in thinking about when you are trying to really stretch those body paragraphs and elaborate. So I want you to take some quick notes on these. And again, I'm not going to spend forever here. You can title that new blank slide, elaborating on evidence. And we're going to talk about the 10 methods. Now I'm going to skip a bunch of this stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. So method 1. You're going to explain how the research, and when I say research, I mean evidence from the text, supports your topic sentence and your thesis/claim, okay? So here's my topic sentence. Mandating school uniforms is a violation of students' rights to express their individuality, right? Our topic is about school uniforms here, okay? Here is some supporting detail. In a recent poll, now this, when I say supporting detail, I mean research or text evidence. In a recent poll, 9 out of 10 teenagers confirmed they enjoy purchasing clothing that represents their interests, personalities, and beliefs. Okay? Now, here's what I see a lot of freshmen doing. This evidence proves that uniforms are a violation of students' rights. Okay? We want to get beyond that. Like, really, how does this evidence, here's this key word here, how does it support this topic here? All right, how does it support it? And let's look at this. This is where, like, the elaboration is where your own thinking gets pulled in too, okay? Don't just say this proves. Look at what I've done here. Stripping students of their privilege to select and wear clothing they enjoy undermines their uniqueness and sends the message that it is better to blend in and follow the crowd than to stand out and be different. That's my own thinking. That's solid elaboration. And what I'm doing here is I am explaining how this text evidence supports my topic and my claim, my overall claim. Okay, so you don't have to type all of this up or anything like that, but I do want you to